Okay, here we are back in Boot Hill Bounties. So where we last left off, we did some things, and now we need to actually go deal with the Chepakwik side of things. So real quick, I want to see, like, I don't know if I can... Oh, I can fight him. So one of the things is I'm trying to find out where some of these rare materials are, and as a result, I've actually been going around fighting stuff seemingly at random. So yes, kid's been going around picking fights, I'm afraid. Now the thing is, since these are early game enemies, even with the tranquilizer, it's still really effective. Basically, I'm looking for specific components that I need for my table. So here we got a needle, which is pretty good. We got some scales, which I think I still need some information for. But otherwise, I've actually walked here and I fought everything between here and there. So even though this is a scorpion, it's just the grand prawns or whatever. That's probably fine. I imagine it'll probably go down 4 shots. So if you can see that 3 pot shots are about as strong as 1 shoot, which is why I don't think you really want to use shoot once you have the pot shot. The trade-off is, though, since the move does have an animation to it, you do have to do that. Over here. So, if you don't mind wasting the time, it's actually a lot more effective. So can we fight this? So I haven't fought the beavers since last time, which was all the way back in the first video, believe it or not. Oh crud, I put out the wrong one. Well, I'll do this the old-fashioned way, I guess. I'm probably gonna need to move dodge down here. We'll finish that one off. There we go. So what do we get from the beavers? Got some pelts, I guess, which worst come to worst you can always sell. But yeah, it looks like there were no rare drops here. I fought the foxes, nothing really from them. You get some pelts, like, from the beavers. Oh well. So the real reason we came here is we need to talk to the trapper. And keep in mind, Horus can take us directly there, it's just I'm going to do this the proper way. And they list him as fisherman even though he's dressed like a trapper. Are you looking for passage to the Chepakwik Valley? I can get you as far as the logging camp. Ready to leave? And I want to go this way just to make sure that there isn't anything I'm missing, like a Quizmaster safe or something along those lines. This is as far as I go. Chepakwik chased the loggers out of this forest and are pretty riled up. I'll be right here if you want to return to the other end of the river, and they have 2 there twice. No challenge from Rusty, and lo and behold! Can't get around that part. Deadeye John, take care of yourselves. Thanks, Deadeye. Wow. Talking about clear-cutting a forest. The wind and the trees are not speaking as they once were. What does that mean? It means someone done screwed up. Life here is unbalanced. This is a dangerous place now. Be wary. So, I think this is... I thought this skunk was a cat to chase, and now it's after me. I did not actually have my back turned to them, but okay. So let's toss out the Dixie Special, and we'll start using our pot shots. I have the moccasins equipped to Kid, in case you're wondering. So we'll leave the squirrel alone. Actually, let's pickle him. Okay, the overgrown chicken needs to be dealt with. So let's put out Harvest, because I think the skunk might die. So I don't know what exactly jump does, but it seems effective. And Harvest just expired. I don't know if that'll count, but we can cross our fingers. You won the battle, but I got sprayed by the skunk. Enjoy my new scent. You're not helping, Rusty. Got some oil, which is kind of cool. So is this a honey? Crap. Another crazed squirrel. Hello there, little fella. Be careful, it's not friendly. Like the other wildlife here, it's lashing out against humans for the destruction of its environment. Try giving it a peanut. It knows it can't find us alone. It will be back. With help. So this is how we actually get honey, it looks like. It may actually be worthwhile to come here a lot sooner than this. Am I being chased by a weasel, or what? Like, I don't see it. We'll come back in a moment. I used to catch baby toads like this and keep them in jars. I think one grew it up and wants revenge on me. Toss out the Dixie Special and then our 8 pot shots. Put up a Harvest. And you know what? Vantage info off. Vantage info on. And that was supposed to be the challenge for Rusty, but I don't know if that one actually works at the moment. So let's take out the squirrel. Let's take out the cricket thing. The toad is low priority, I'd say. Seriously? Luckily I have Bounty now. So let's go for the snake. Actually, we'll cancel that. We'll do a pot shot. I'm just refreshing Harvest. Ain't no jar big enough for that big ol' toad. So Rosie is now level 20. And now we have Moonbeam as a deluxe vantage, which is not bad. Eyeball peanut, we got tea. I wouldn't recommend drinking it, but okay. We also got a tongue. And we can get shrooms here. I don't want to go near him just yet. And you know what? Let's put Rosie out front. So I forgot how this works. Okay, you hold A and then you can see the enemies. This is her Zonky ability, or Zor's ability. It's mating season for otters. And this one thinks we're competition. So, it's the same. I knew there were some palette swaps. I'm talking about the crow thing there. That's the same as the thing from the cemetery, except this one's green instead of black. Anyway, let's start collecting. The otter and its cohorts acquiesce to the alphas. So this is a really big payout. We got some wax. I don't think I've had any of that yet, because that's not on my table. So they're not flashing, which should be a good sign. Although that squirrel might... Yep. Leave me alone. It's a crazed Mississippi squirrel. I have sworn to live and protect this forest until my last breath. Can't make this easy on me, can you? Moon Dancer, we were once at Wunkin, but now we will fight as... Conchado? Okay, the dinner deer is asleep. I'm gonna put out Sundance if I can. Raises damage and accuracy of next unarmed attack drops when attack is used. And since I'm trying to do that one vantage, we'll hit him with Beagle Bay. Let's go for the dinner deer now. Gonna put Harvest out because I may kill this thing with pot shots. Okay, that's the last of the Dixie special. I think it's gonna run if I let it. So we're going to put out Sundance because I think we're going to get hit. And we'll do a blast. You know what? We're going to let Moon finish this. Ow, jerk. Yeah, the harvest isn't in effect, but oh well. Hot Chep will only bring doom to the Chepakwik. So the boater now has strafe. And the antler I don't have a lot of, which is why I did want to kill that dinner deer thing. So this is messed up, man. We have to knock them out and take their camp. I'm gonna kill that squirrel first. The squirrel has gathered its minions, and the one still has its peanut. Gold bug. Okay, time to start collecting. The squirrel runs away to get its secret weapon. Pump is now a deluxe vantage. I almost have that pilgrim maxed. So we got a pair of peanuts. Moon Dancer, you've come back, and now you see what the Hotchep has done to us. And still you protect them? You are my Conchuado. We are Red Owl Warriors. Yellow Cloud will bring us victory over the Hotchep. So I don't even know if you can tranquilize these guys or not. Oh, you can. Took a nice little piece out of Doc there. So I think I'm willing to take the counterattack. Because I think I can finish him off. Oh, that was rough. Doc, patch yourself up. This one seems a lot more dangerous than the others, and I just realized I forgot to turn the Vantage thing back on in that fight. It's gonna take me forever to get that one challenge from Rusty. Dude doesn't want to go down. There we go. My Yanqua is still the chief we follow, not Yellow Cloud. So, feathers, beads, quill, jerky, meat, apple, feathers... Lots of ingredients and a few treasures. Probably more treasure than ingredients, to be honest. So here we have a new hat. The Ushanka. I do not know who that is for. It's for Doc. We must preserve what is left of our forest from you. I know you, Sun Before Storm. You are a Red Owl Warrior and follow my Meska, First Winter. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep shooting. Put him to sleep. Ah, man. He knows Sundance. So let's whip this one. Put out Harvest. Collect the bounty. Gonna blast it. Okay, now it's just him. He's countering, so we'll get the Beagle Bay ready. And he still hit Kid after that. What the hell? That was more damage. That hit Kid for more than he has HP for. Dawkin. So we got some more wax. Quite a bit. So those gas toads I probably need to fight, since they have a lot of the stuff I need. So yeah, let's camp out here because we need to treat that injury. Since I left Cypress Flats, been camping in places like this. Till now, always camped alone. Only the sounds of crickets to hear. I think you prefer isolation. Mostly do. But there's a different sound now. Campfire burning, eggs frying in pan, chipper whispering to the girls, Rusty howling, horses snorting. That's because you're not alone. It's the sound of life around you. You're not alone anymore. Maybe the great voice, huh? Moon broken up about the devastation in the forest. Trying to hide it, but shows in her eyes. Kinda talks like Rorschach. So I don't know what the medic ranks are about, but we are now level 4, an actual medic. Let's talk to Rosie. I should be able to cook some stuff here. I've never been to the Chepakwik village. Is it anything like it's portrayed in the circus? Let's eat. So for the butternut muffins, I actually have a lot of butternuts now, and I can get milk from the cows. So I'm actually okay with making a few of these. They sell for a couple bucks, and if you notice, she's chef rank 10, Master of Fixins. For this one, I'm gated by meat. I don't know if it's actually that valuable, though. Like, I haven't found any strawberries. Like, I'm trying to think, I don't know if I have a lot of mushroom. Like, is there a source of mushrooms, I should say. The omelet's not bad. It sells for $1, I think. And then peanut bread is one of those big ones. It sells for $1.25, but the ingredients are so easy to get that you can make a bunch and then sell a bunch. This is pretty much how I got her chef rank up to 10, I think, because I got it off camera, if I remember correctly. For the potato pancakes, wow, I actually like this one. You know what, guys? Tasted heavenly. Tasted scrumptious. And then since I don't know how much these sell for, we do need to make a few. As for pudding, I'm gonna make a couple of these because I do want that bombastic effect when I start using a repeating weapon. I'll probably give that to Doc if he... The effect of... What's the difference between kinship and, relaxed? Oh, on you, and then this is if you use it. Then salad sells for $1. Ingredients are extremely easy to come by. They're on your farm. This is one of those really good ones to use to put up her chef rank. As is the vegetable stew. So note to self when I go back, get more carrots. As in plant more, that is. Kid, you and I have seen both the Chepakwik village and Fort Chepakwik. If it does not come to all-out war, which side do you think would win? They're about even. Before that arsenal was stolen, I would have said Fort Chepakwik would win. But without those firearms, the battlefield is level for both sides to have a decent chance of victory. I think the Chepakwik would win against Fort Chepakwik, but in the end that victory would destroy us. Even if Yellow Cloud defeated Middleton and took back all of Bronco County and forced your people out, that wouldn't be the end. Your people have more forts and more soldiers, hundreds more if not thousands, from here to the great oceans. They would come for the Chepakwik, and there is no way to fight them all. Yellow Cloud in his blind hatred does not realize the folly of starting a war. That's why we must stop this war from happening, kid. Because a conflict here will only lead to the destruction of both sides. There will be no winner, only death. If I had known the damage done to the force when we rescued Higgins' comfort from Yellow Cloud, I may not have been so neutral in the conflict. Perhaps my time away from the village has blinded me from seeing things the way Yellow Cloud sees them. So we got that one. Let's go to sleep. Should have talked to the Brave up there and see what he has to say, because I doubt he'd attack us at camp. And these guys are back. So I do want to fight the Toad. So yeah, the gas Toad dropped 2 waxes there, dropped some tongues. Now I'm going to move forward. Kid can almost handle them all on their own. So if not for the whole part about that just taking a second, that would not really be worth fighting. Anyway, this is new. Can I ambush this? This part of the forest has been claimed by the Green Forest Gang, and they'll fight to protect it. And I didn't really have my back turned on them, but okay. Kinda worried about the beehive. So let's turn this off. Now we'll turn this back on. See if we get the challenge. Green Forest Gang is disbanded, and once again, still haven't gotten that challenge from Rusty. I'm gonna have to do it on a boss, I think. So the beehive dropped wax, 2 honey. So far, this is the best thing to fight. Moon, we don't have time to mourn every tree. When I was young, I was taken to this forest to learn to survive in order to become a hunter or a brave. I had nothing but a knife. This tree provided me... They misspelled provided. This tree provided me with shelter from the rain, arrows and a bow from its branches, and food from its fruit. How long were you out here alone? The trial is supposed to last until the next moon. However, I survived for 2 weeks before my Yankwa found me and forced me to return to the village. Only Kokwa are supposed to become hunters and warriors. My Yankwa is very traditional, but my Meska, first winter, thought I was capable of more and wanted me to experience the trial. Shortly after, I was sent to school in Silver Spring City to learn Hotchep language and ways. My Yankwa thought cultural understanding was the best path to peace. This tree may have saved my life, but I was not here to do the same. I wonder if the bow I made is still here. When the moon blocked the sun, a sliver of light is visible which inspired the Fletcher to design to arc this bow. Must kill the bees. Crap. Help! My head is stuck in this beehive! Rusty, rusty, rusty. Now I don't want to kill the bees before I get harvested. So I'm actually curious. Beehive, kingdom for bees that will spit out bees to defend it, so it just spawns endlessly. That's actually not that bad. This is probably the best way to get honey, just farm this thing. It's just, I don't know if there's a way to actually give it haste. Let's go ahead and put this out. This is winding down. Shortly, it will suck to be that bee. A bee bit me. So Kid can now survive that one attack. Potshot is now a deluxe vantage. So now I can do Dixie shot and pot shot on anything I come across. So we now have point blank, powerful, highly accurate shot, but getting close causes you to drop your stance. So I'm going to change Doc's hat. I've got tons of honey and wax from that. That is great news. So 10 gallon, Padre, Ushanka, this, and the 10 gallon I think are... it has bullseye. Let's try the 10 gallon. So now we have to change his vantages around. Bribe, I don't really care for. We can keep Bounty, that's probably going to be my premier thing. Bullseye, big gun attack with high accuracy, that probably is one of those things that doesn't miss. We're going to have to do dodge. And for Bone Buster, medium chance with... I don't know if you can do that with a gun or not. But I have a feeling we can fight this moose. What the? The too close moose is staying uncomfortably close to you. Well, I have to admit, this is one of the most unique things I've seen in this game. So we're going to respond by pot-shotting it 10 times. Probably put out Harvest too early, but we'll see what happens. Don't know what Fracture does. Oh look, it's countering. It'd be a shame if a Beagle happened to ruin that, you know? Packs a bit of a punch. Let's pickle it. So now it's confused. You showed the too close moose the importance of personal space. So I need more powerful weapons to deal with him because I definitely need his antlers. And keep in mind that was with me getting the drop on him too. So let's grab this, this, this. I see now. Too much was taken from this forest. This is what has angered Yellow Cloud. Killing people is far worse. Yellow Cloud is attacking people. That isn't a justified reaction for cutting down a few trees. The Chepakwik are wary of our impact. Take too many branches from a tree and a tree dies. Take too many trees from the forest and the forest dies. You Hotchep do not respect moderation and is unconcerned with your impact. The decline of this forest has enabled the unusual alliance of wildlife. So, Dixie Special, let's whip out the pot shots. We'll use Bounty here, we will whip this one. Actually, we'll save whip. Now we can Bounty the bird, we'll whip the toad, and now we still have to worry about this jumping squirrel. Oh, never mind, Doc just ended everything. These animals used to be peaceful. Surgery. Removes a wound from an incapacitated teammate. Not bad. Okay, get rid of Bullseye, I say. So I can't quite see what all we got. I'm hoping there's some good stuff behind the hat stuff. Roundabouts. Is that a Doc armor? Yeah, it is. Short, close-fitting jacket that is currently in fashion. So I don't know if the armor values change depending on the order you do events here, because like the bosses themselves do change, if you didn't know. As in, there's no proper order. Whichever one you choose first is going to be the weakest, whichever one you choose second is going to be the second weakest, and so on. I'm suspecting the armor is similar, so I'm probably not going to do an armor table unless it's something you buy from stores. Moondancer, please help me. We need to help that little guy. That snake looks awfully vicious. No, we can't. Why not? Boys are taken to these woods to survive on their own in order to become hunters and braves. We can't interfere with little Badger's trial. I can't allow another to be harmed. Those may be the Chepakwik's beliefs, but they aren't mine. I'm going to save him whether you like it or not. I won't stop you, but I will not assist in this fight. So 3-on-3, fair fight, right? I think that sucks because I don't get any harvest bonus, so we're just gonna mow these things down with extreme prejudice. Hey, Poison Kid, jerk. One more pot shot, and then we'll have Doc. That shouldn't do anything because he didn't do anything. So let's see if we can bounty it. We'll whip the snake. So you get a lot more EXP than normal because Moon isn't here to take her quarter, as a result everyone gets a third instead. Thank you for saving me. I want to finish the rest of my trial without any outside help. The wildlife here is lashing out against all humans. So I tried talking to him, and this is what happened. Apparently he's not that friendly. So that cricket is behaving like it's where Doc with his Padre hat. And that's still the wrong sprite for Blessed. That's Bleed. This place is not safe anymore. So you can get watery tails from the squirrels. Now is that going to happen every time I try to talk to him? Please find me in the village once I finish my trial. I'll complete my trial on my own now, just like our greatest warriors, Yellow Cloud and First Winter. So I'm trying to remember, I think Moon's brother died in the Hangman's Ballad. Anyway, let's see what Rusty has to say. We're going to the Chepakwik village? I always get strange looks when I go there. I don't think they see a lot of dogs. So we'll go ahead and drop a save, I guess. There, I saved your game. Oh crud, drop the controller. Okay. So we have a scene here. And I do have Rosie leading the party, so I hope it's not a combat scene. Hey, the squirrel's back! Do you need another peanut? That little fellow's back. We're surrounded. It brought its little friends. 5 of them. That's still no threat to us. And here's the bear that they brought, I bet. What's that? Something big is coming. Hopefully it's not another too close moose. That gets too close to comfort. So use menus. Can't move everyone around. Let's see what advantages I can give Moon. Because I don't really care for throw. Meditate, Sandman, Stun Arrow. Let's take Flame Arrow. That way I have something other than Moonbeam that can deal damage and stuff. For Doc, what does surgery do again? Removes wound. So I don't actually have any healing here. I am going to switch his hat back. So he was using the Pilgrim. I'm cool with him using the gold buckle, that way he can get some healing out if the team needs it. As for Kid, there's... like, I can just pot-shot the enemy to death, so I'm cool. Although, there is a case to be made for the Tranquilizer, I guess, because... yeah, I'm gonna actually switch over. So we want the Tranquilizer, and I'm not gonna... do I want to? So I'm kind of tempted to switch over to the Essence Bottle, because that'll make it more likely to put them to sleep. But I think I'd rather just try to put some stuff to sleep at the very beginning of the fight. So, let's fight. Ooh, they brought a bison. School squirrels are riding the school bus into Squirrel School. So, Dixie Special, Pot Shot. So, is the bison actually an enemy? It doesn't look like it. So we want to bounty this one, then that one, then this one. Ah. Well, pot shot just resolved that one for me. The bussin can be targeted. So that actually fractured her. So we want to change this. We are going to, let's pot shot it. That barely did anything. So we're going to pickle it. We'll blast. We should probably bandage up Moon while we have a chance. And it's time to start dancing. So I can use this opportunity while it's sleeping to heal people up. And then we cut loose. So you want to pickle. I'm going to put up Sundance, and then Flame Arrow, then we're going to do a pot shot. Making a stop to pick up more squirrels. I actually would not mind if he brought in more allies, because it's more stuff to farm. So I'm actually going to let him do this on the off chance that it does not heal him. So they board the school bussin', put up Harvest, put up the Dixie Special, and then we're just going to pot-shot everything into oblivion. So yes, he brought those squirrels to their doom. So I guess bandage wasn't really necessary. We taught those school squirrels a lesson. So lots of bonuses for Kid. Moon is now level 21. Rosie is 21. And we can't even see all the loot we got. Tons of peanuts and claws, though. A couple pelts. Didn't even see what the bussin dropped. My village is just up ahead. Let's get moving. So we had him wearing the 10-gallon. I'll try to heal at the village. Quaking Fields, authentic Chepakwik-made armor. Cabinet of the Hawks. I once tried to find the lost civilization of the Twakan in Fool's Feast, but I barely made it out back alive. Tell me more. Aw, man. Let's help ourselves to some corn. I have the last of the night blooms for sale. If Jewel in the Sky wishes to craft another flower wreath, she'll have to trade with me. I trade goods with the Chepakwik, but I must ask for money from you. So Night Bloom. Now exceedingly rare. So I could buy a bunch of flour if I wanted to cook some stuff. I could buy some meat. Overall, he doesn't really have anything I need because a lot of this stuff is fairly easy to come by. Seven Trees, now accepting United States currency. Just for you, my Duncan, I offer my wares at the lowest prices. Bone breastplate. That's a little tempting. Do I even have enough stuff to sell for that? So the apple pie sells for... Actually, I haven't gone to Cypress Flats since the Creed Little thing, so I don't have the recipe for this yet. Even still, there's a bunch of stuff I need to go back for. But anyway, you can see some of the loot we got, like the breach from Tuco, the brass bell from the door. They're not really worth much. But the muffin, on the other hand, each one sells for almost $2. So right there we now have 10. And then once you sell something, for some reason all the stuff rearranges. Ceramic pots only worth 50 cents. Fossils worth quite a bit. Monkey paws are worth some. I don't know if we can go back and fight the gorillas again or not. Python skin could be sold as a rare decorative material. We're getting red feathers, but they're kind of worthless. Sheep tin, silver bar. Highly valued in the Wild West. Cowboy can use soap during a Saturday night bath and show up to, and I can't read the rest because it's all blocked out. So I could sell some of these, but no. Well, the omelet doesn't... It sells for a little bit more than I thought. I thought it was like $1.10 or something. And here's the peanut bread that we made a bunch of. For the pancakes, I'll stick to peanut bread, I think. Pudding, roasted carrots, roasted peanuts, the salads we made. That's good, we're staying on $50. So I don't know what this symbol means. I assume Medicine Man. Our Medicine Man is a bit of a mystery. He appeared recently as if guided by the spirits to come to us in our time of need. His ways are unfathomable, even to us, but his communion with the spirits is undeniable. His word carries great weight with the War Chief Yellow Cloud. You're not Doc Finch, I hope. His name's Wild Turtle. These trinkets may seem like superstitious nonsense to you, outsider, but if you open your mind to their power, you can benefit from their unique properties. This is really tempting. I really do like the gold buckle. Straw pipe. I may buy this for Rosie, we'll see. Also wouldn't be bad for Moon, I guess. Actually, hold on, was there something right here? No, that's not something I can take. Why is a smile under a rock? They say a town called Ashwood was burned and the Chepakwik are to blame for the attack, but how can we convince Hotchep that we are innocent when they already fear and mistrust us? I have the best aim with a bow among all the young Kokwa here. That's because when I grow up I want to become a hunter. But the elders say the antelope of the plains that we live off of have thinned out. I hope there is still something to hunt when I'm grown up. Most of our warriors have gone to patrol our borders. I don't know how you made it into the village. Through them. Hey, you're not Chepakwik either. I escaped from prison and have been hiding here among the Chepakwik. If I'm ever caught, they'll send me to Devil's Hold this time, and there's no escaping that place. I was born with an incredible cognitive and analytical ability. My brain could collect, process, and analyze data in ways that no other human could fathom. I used my incredible brain power to amass a fortune through a number of illegal enterprises. However, I was betrayed by someone close to me. I never saw it coming. Numbers made sense to me, but people didn't. Now I must spend the rest of my days in this place where a day feels like a year in my mind. So I don't know what the whole enlightened thing does. Chief Flying Trout is benevolent but naive. He still holds hope that diplomacy can save us from war, but I believe it is inevitable. The Hotchep has never wavered from their desire to destroy us. If I were a chief, I would kill you where you stand for daring to walk within our village. You forgot about the part where I looted your plants. I assume that's some sort of stove or something? Your weapons may feel powerful, but they are slow and clumsy. Your own body must become a weapon if you are to learn the way of the fist. Try this. You received a black belt. These people need to be able to defend themselves. I'm going to teach them the way of the fist. So I don't know if that's a Kickstarter backer thing, but the black belt I assume is for melee stuff. Ooh. So there's an unarmed hat for Kid. This is going to combo with that very, very well, and I kind of imagine that hat is here. So let's grab the ceramic pot, we'll loot the corn. Tensions between our people have existed since the first hotship came to the region you call Bronco County. But until now, all out war has been avoided. I fear a mutual peace will soon break. This cave is said to be a sacred place. An animal spirit is said to dwell within. Although the spirit is benevolent, it can be vengeful and angered easily. I'm guarding this entrance and no one disturbs it. Not even the Chepakwik are allowed inside. So I think this is where you made your escape when you were here the first game. So is there anything else over here? No. Now I know this place got the biggest overhaul from the first game, if you're coming from that and you still remember. A lot of the places weren't really necessary, so I guess they were just completely cut out. The otter just looks at you. Do you know that two otters hold hands while sleeping so they won't drift away? The otters have the densest fur in the animal kingdom, but they are the only marine mammal without blubber. Just like people, otters like to use tools such as rocks or sticks. A group of otters is called a raft, and an otter's den is called a holt or a couch. Don't you feel more educated about otters? The otter just looks at you. Moondancer went to your hotship school to learn your ways. The Chepakwik have no schools. We have no books here, no teachers. Knowledge that comes from one man to another can never be pure truth. True knowledge and truth is found in the great voice, which is heard in all things. My Dakwa makes beautiful flower wreaths. Maybe she'll make you one. And she still says the same thing. That's a darn little flower wreath you have there. Thank you. I made it myself from flowers growing in the Chepakwik forest. I'm partial to a flower in the hair too, see? I can make you a flower wreath. Just bring me a cornflower, a yellow rose, a marigold, and a night bloom. Sounds swell. So I want to say that might be a hat, and since I have the money now, so let's go get a night bloom. It's only $8. And I can't believe I actually said that, seeing as how poor I was for most of this game. You found all the flowers. Good, now I can make you a wreath for your pretty red hair. Just give me a moment. Gave Rosie a flower wreath. Whip Garden Texas Skip Harvest. An ornamental headband crafted entirely from flowers. So you have returned to us, Moondancer. Your absence has left a hole in this tribe that your Yonkwa's wisdom could not fill. So wait a second, what's his name? Strong Mud? Thistle Blossom. That's a little bit normal, I think. And then what was this one? Gift of the Plains? I can see that one. Actually, one second. Was this? Yeah, that was a butternut. So you can see Horace is here to provide us a getaway, should we need it. It's important for us to stay together at times like these, but I feel we're being pulled apart. We are the only tribe in this area now. However, there was once another. Before Hotchip settled in this land, the Tawakan tribe dwelled in the nearby desert that is now called Fool's Feast. But that was a long time ago, and the Tawakan have long since vanished from the earth. Only one of their kind remains. But we do not like to speak his name. So I want to say that's probably a side quest, if not a secret dungeon. Fool's Feast is very, very dangerous to go into at the moment. Peace Chief Flying Trout speaks from the lifeblood of experience. Yet those closest to him do not respect his word and defy him. Why should the rest of us? The leadership of Flying Trout has failed us. You look weary from your travels. Please, let me offer you something to eat. Okay, here's one of those things I was looking forward to. So, Chepakwik Jerky. Gives you blessed, more likely to cause critical hits. I'll take it. Honey kebabs. Regain consciousness faster. Hopefully we don't need that. Mushroom soup. Makes you feel strapping. You take less damage. And tea. Healing bandages are more effective. So there we go. We now have a few more recipes. I was among the council of Elder Quana that chose Yellow Cloud as our war chief, but now I regret choosing a leader so quick to violence. Not gonna touch that one with a 20-foot pole, I'm afraid. It's important for us to stay together at times like these, but I feel we're being pulled apart. Hugging prawn. Dakwa, it fills my heart with great joy to see you again. I'm glad you are well, Ishikwa. And Kid, you have returned to us during these dire times. You are very brave and worthy of the warrior's mantle. And there it is, that hat I was telling you about. Oops. Scratch, Feral, Dodge, Sweep. Imbued with the noble spirit of a wolf. So it's kind of interesting you get your hats here just by talking to people. And that's actually 3 hats we found so far. So overall, I would recommend this being your first area because you can get the Ushanka, which will help you when you're going in the mine after Creed. You'll have more moves to use with Doc. Hotchip are truly marvelous. They invent the iron horse and the gun, but in your preoccupation with invention, you no longer make room in your hearts for the spirit to grow, and so you become imbalanced. You Hotchip have learned so much, but you've also forgotten. Perhaps we can learn from each other. Smoking Hut of Chief Flying Trout. Indeed, the Hotchip are great and powerful, and that power causes them to make war with us. We are but a handful to what you are, but when you hunt for a rattlesnake, you usually cannot find it. Perhaps it will bite you before you see it. So here's one of the things I'm looking for, because I need to address these fractures. So, don't see any other NPCs around. Always thought the school bussin' was a myth. Me too, Doc, me too. And now, I did tell the dev about the medkit situation. I don't know if the price has gone down for selling them or what exactly. We'll have to wait and see, because this is the last video I think I'm recording before the game is officially released. Kid, I want to ask for your opinion. Do you think it was wrong of me to leave my tribe? I thought it was the best course of action, but now I'm not sure. No, what's happening now isn't your fault. Things are bad here because of the Saints Little Gang and the stubbornness of guys like Colonel Middleton and Yellow Cloud. Whether you left or not, the situation would probably be the same. I can feel that things have changed in the Chepakwik village, so I'm not going to mess with imbuing on camera, but I will do that off camera. I'll never underestimate squirrels again. Good thinking, Rosie. So I want to look at some of those things I just got. Chepakwik jerky requires honey, so we're not messing with that, and we finally have a recipe using corn flour. Honey kebabs requires honey. Kind of goes without saying, I'm afraid. So it was one of these. Mushroom stem or mushroom soup? I think it was soup. I'm not sure, but I got one of these. Thing is, this is gated by mushrooms, and the last one was tea. It requires honey. So yeah, these recipes are not the greatest. So Kid is staying awake this time. Or he glitched, one of the two. Moondancer, you are back? It is good to see you. Kid, this is Wind in the Trees. He is an old childhood Duncan of mine. Please let no harm come to Moondancer, Mr. Kid. And he's saying the exact same thing. The great voice is as exalted as it is simple. It It is constantly vocal and yet unheard, but the attempt to learn from it is good for the spirit. In the meantime, I can help you understand if you have questions. So I wonder if this is the Chepakwik guy. What is the Great Voice? The Great Voice is pure truth, the perfect understanding and meaning of existence and all that is. We all have a voice to speak as well as ears to listen, but there is only one Great Voice. Man was created by the Great Voice so that there would exist something that could hear it. And so by trying to listen and understand it, we become closer to it and achieve greater wisdom and happiness and avoid conflict. The Great Voice speaks to us through everything natural that exists. The rain, the trees, the antelope, the rocks, the stars. In nature, universal truths can be observed that bring us greater wisdom. Why are there no books or schools? Books are from words written by man. Schools have teachers where man learns from man. The Chepakwik prefers to gain wisdom and knowledge directly by listening to the Great Voice. Although we try, man is incapable of perfectly understanding the Great Voice, just as we are incapable of truly understanding each other. We cloud our understanding by injecting our own inclinations, perceptions, and desires. When I first came to the Chepakwik village and told you about the Saints Little Gang framing the Chepakwik for the attack on Ashwood, there was a meeting that took place where the Chepakwik spoke and listened to each other. It is still valuable to listen to each other since we all hear the Great Voice differently and can share unique experiences of it. But for unbiased truth, it is best to try to listen to the Great Voice directly. Why do you have two chiefs? I thought that Flying Trout was the chief of the Chepakwik, but now I hear that Yellow Cloud is also chief. We have two chiefs. Flying Trout is the peace chief and Yellow Cloud is the war chief. Both chiefs hear the Great Voice differently. It is dangerous to only follow one leader who hears the Great Voice only one way. The reason man has conflict is because no one is capable of hearing the Great Voice perfectly, and so we hear and understand it differently. Each side believes they understand the truth, and the other side does not. One man may look upon a stone and say that it was shaped by rainfall in the summer. Another may look at the same stone and say it was shaped by the waves in the flowing stream. Who is correct? There is no way to know. So by listening more... So this is all stuff we've heard from Moon in the past. So we're not even about the TP question. How are the Chepakwik different from you? Do the Chepakwik also believe in the Great Voice? No, the Chepakwik believe in no gods, only in the pursuit of understanding the Great Voice. But the Chepakwik were different. They worshipped the moon as a deity. They called the moon the Great Eye of God. They believed it protected and blessed them with prosperity. They say that the blessings of this god allowed their people to flourish, even in Fool's Feast. But they didn't flourish. The Chepakwik have all died out or disappeared. Unfortunately, we know little else about the Chepakwik or what became of them. They have been gone a long time. So... Oh, all the stuff came back because I camped. I'm not gonna go back for the other stuff, at least not yet. So we got some whetstones, some arrowheads, a quill, bows, tomahawks, knives, all sold here. If you need a weapon for the upcoming war, then I can help you. Game knife. So this is the weapon that Moon gave you in the first game. Has all those hunting points in there because it's basically like the innate hunting vantage stance thing. Next you have the tomahawk. Like, I don't know why there's a price difference between these. Can only certain characters use this? So that's used by Moon, Doc, and Kid. The spear, used by the Chepakwik to lance fish. This is used by the same three. Scout's bow, horn bow, war club. So this has fear imbued onto it. Then we have the crescent bow. So we have... We're missing the scout's bow, but we're fine for everything else. Moondancer, how goes your pursuit to unlock the hidden properties of the natural world? Have you discovered the effects of many new reagents? It is going well. I'm learning much about the world around me, and our weapons are becoming more powerful. You are an earnest learner, and so I will tell you a reagent combination to help you in your journey. So, Leech. Very well. Be warned, once I enter this reagent combination, I will not repeat myself. Are you ready? Combine a tongue, a quill, and a wiry tail to imbue a weapon with leech. Weapons imbued with leech cause you to recover some of the damage you caused with the weapon. Now that's the wrong icon, I think, because Rosie's tongue thing is a little bit different. Hope you're discovering more combinations at camp. So will he actually give us different ones now, or is that it? Bleh. So worst can worst, I can always reload. Batwing chaps. Tasseled low leg coverings that protect cowboys riding over brushy terrain. Moondancer has spent too much time away from her tribe. She has not acquired the familial wisdom needed to choose her next chiefs. Why can't Moon be chief? Quana are considered the source of wisdom, while the men make the decisions and take actions. This is our way. So, I'm gonna put a break here. Next time we'll actually go in this TP and move the storyline forward. So I'm gonna screw around with some of the imbuing, and we'll see what I have in the next video. I'm the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.